welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Keisha and I'm the owner of Tax on Track, and on this channel I help inspiring tax preparers either start their tax business, and I also help people who already have a tax business grow and scale their tax business. If you are new, make sure you click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I come here with another video. You don't want to miss none of the videos that I am dropping because tax season is approaching and you want to get all the notes that you could possibly get when it comes down to you either starting your tax business or growing your tax business. All right, so actually in today's video I did something a little different. What I did was I just went on my Instagram. I just asked the people that's on my Instagram, hey y'all, what video do you want to see next? I had a few videos that I had to go ahead and record for, but I was like, you know what, let me ask the people, what is it that y'all want to see? So if you are not following me on Instagram, please make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm going to put my Instagram right here. So here is my Instagram, and this is where you will find me to come on live from time to time, or I will always post on my stories to understand what is it that you guys want from me. So enough with the talking and let's get started with the video. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is called Brick-and-Mortar versus Virtual. So I already know if you're somebody that's starting a tax business, or if you're somebody that's looking to be a tax preparer. So if you are looking to be a tax preparer and you need assistance throughout the whole process of being a tax preparer, you need a coach, you need a mentor, however you want to call it, then I need you to go on www.startyourtaxcompany.com and figure out what package you want to opt into. All right, as you guys know, I am going to be looking over here on my screen, and I also have my notes here, and I am going to be as detailed as possible so that I can give you all the information that you need for figuring out if you want to have a brick-and-mortar location or a virtual location. All right, so let's be honest. The economy has definitely shifted for not just tax preparers or for the tax industry, but for just everyone in general. Cost of food is super high. The gas is not as much as it was, but come on, think about it. Back then we was paying $2-3 for eggs. Now we paying damn near $10 for some good organic eggs. I mean, that's crazy. I say this because of the topic that we're on. We're on a sensitive topic of money, and you have to make the ultimate decision if you want to get a brick-and-mortar location or be virtual. I get mixed reviews on this topic because some people want to have a brick-and-mortar location, but then let's say you have a brick-and-mortar location but you don't have the money to bring in that traffic to that brick-and-mortar location, or you have some people that's virtual and then they feel that they're not going to get enough people or a lot of people to come for their tax services. And I want to be the first one to tell you that mindset is really important. I'm gonna stress that because if you tell yourself a lot of people not going to come because you're working out of your home, then guess what? A lot of people is not going to come. When you're thinking about cost of operations and you are thinking about basically figuring out which one you want to go with, when it comes to cost of operations, if you are a brick and mortar, really you just need to think about your location when it comes to brick and mortar for the cost of operations. The reason why you want to focus on that because a lot is going to go into it. What you have to figure out is the cost of moving in. So depending on where you are, that price may be different, right? So when you are renting a space, I am in the South Florida area. I mean, I'm in one of the highest states to live in. They be asking for first, last, and security. So typically when we move somewhere here in South Florida, we have to pay 3 3 deposits, not 1 but 3. And of course, commercial rent is always going to be more than residential rent. And again, it does matter where you are, but let's say on the minimum side of things, I would say on a not too high class scaly location, let's say $1,000 to $3,500 for rent. Really, that's really what it is. Of course, it's much more in different locations, but for the sake of this video, let's say $300 to $3,500 is the cost of rent. So you do that times 3. That's what you have to move in with. Another thing you have to think about is now every month they usually give you a month or 2 for free to kind of get you in and get set up. Now when you come into your office to get set up, you got to buy furniture. And when I say furniture, depending on how big the space is, you got to get, let's say you have to get maybe 6 desks. 3 desks on each side. Then you have to get 3 chairs. Another thing you may have to get is, you know, the stuff that's for the desk. So you have to get the computers. You may want to do double screen. You may want to do 1 screen, or you could do it where if you have agents that's working with you in your office, they could come in with their laptop. I wouldn't recommend that, but that's for a whole nother video. But more than likely, if someone is coming in to work with you, you should at least set them up with the basics: a computer, a printer, pens, and stuff like that. Another thing to think about when you have a office that you're going to move into is the equipment. Depending on what type of equipment that you want, is still kind of something that you got to really think about. When you are in an office space, you have to think about the signage. You have to think about the security, like the doors. That's actually a topic that I have here, is security. But you know, all that is really expensive, right? Like one of the things that I didn't know that was super expensive when it comes to getting an office, and now you don't have to have this, but you know how you go in certain places and it's automatically a lock and they have to buzz you in. I think, and this is just my opinion, you should have a buzz at your door, because these people are crazy. And I'm only speaking for a certain type of area, but baby, we know how these people get when their money don't come in on time, or IRS took their money because they have some certain type of obligations that they didn't know about, or they did know about and just mysteriously thought that they were going to get paid. These are all the things that you have to think about when you are moving into a space. So I don't want to say I did say a certain amount for where I am located, but all that varies. That's what you have to think about for the cost of operations for brick and mortar. The next thing is virtual. So if you technically in a virtual space, you got a space in your home, then you don't have to have that upfront cost you need for a brick and mortar location. And I want to say there's no startup cost. The reason why I am saying for virtual side there's no startup cost, because more than likely you already got your desk at home. More than likely you already have your computer at home. More than likely you already have your filing cabinets at home. Now, of course, if you don't have it, then yes, you have to purchase it. But more than likely, if you at this point where you thinking, should I just be virtual or should I go ahead and get a brick and mortar, you already got the basics. That's what I want to say when it comes to the cost of operations. The next thing I want to talk about is the client accessibility and the reach. This is actually what a lot of people are usually worried about. When you have a brick and mortar location, a lot of people come in and face to face, at least for the first time that they're meeting you. From my experience, people typically don't walk in and want to meet me face to face if it's a referral. If it's not a referral, then they're wanting to come in, they're wanting to, you know, see the atmosphere of the business, make sure the business is legit. That's one of the benefits of having a brick and mortar location, is that you get face-to-face interactions with your customer. The next thing within this topic is reach. So there's foot traffic that you can have when you have a brick and mortar location. You have people that's gonna walk in, you have people that's gonna look in the window, you have people that's gonna call the number that they see on the window. You have that opportunity to get that reach, but with that reach come a price tag, and I'm gonna talk about that when we get to marketing and branding. Number 3 is technology and security. Remember how I just said for number 1, which was cost of operations, one of the things that you need to think about when you have a brick and mortar location is that door, that lock. Yeah, that lock is for security, because people be crazy and you're gonna have to secure yourself and the people that's working for you. That's one of the things when it comes to technology and security. ADT, That's something that you may want to have. An alarm, that's something that you may want to have. These are all the things that you want to think about. Also, with this topic here, technology and security, I don't know how other tax offices is, but offices usually have a back office, and that back office is where your server will be. I feel like that's a whole nother video I should do. You let me know if you want that video. But when you have an office, more than likely you will have a server, especially back in the days before there was a such thing as cloud-based software. The server is where we would host all our database, all our clients, basically everything when it comes into having your, your tax business. All that information is stored in the server. So that's something that you have to invest in when you have an office, having a back office with a server. A server is something that you have to invest in, depending on what software you have. Nowadays, to be honest, a lot of softwares do have that server. I hope that I'm kind of explaining it right, but for the people that understand, please comment, I understand. But if you don't understand, ask the question that you don't understand so I can try my very best to explain it, because I'm not a technology person, but when I started taxes years ago, I had to learn in order to, just kind of have everything how it needed to be. So in your back office where your server will be, this is where you kind of have your filing cabinets. This is where you secure all of your clients' information. And this is something that IRS looks for. That's one of the things that they look at. And if it's not a lock on that back office, or you don't have a back office, or you don't have your customer's file secure, that's a fine. And you better be ready to pay that fine. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so for the same topic of technology and security, for the sake of the video, let's say that for technology and security, you want to have a virtual office. When you have a virtual office in your home, just how in your brick and mortar you have to have the terminology I use is back office that has to have the lock. It's the same thing when you have a home office, when you have a virtual office. In your home, you have to figure out a space, and it cannot be an open space. It's supposed to be a space, closed-in space with a door, and that door needs to have a lock. That's where you could save all of your clients' data. Now, once you start to grow yourself as a tax preparer, as a tax business owner, you don't have enough space to store in your files, then that's when it's time to go into getting a storage space. And with that storage space, this is where you would just kind of put in all of your storage. All right, so the next thing is staffing and management. If you want to have a team, then that requires a lot more time, a lot more energy when it comes to managing people. But for staffing and management, what I have here is that your staff needs to be local. The reason why your staff needs to be local is because you want people to actually come into the office. More than likely, when people have a location and you have staff that's coming in and out, they don't have access to software outside of the office. Now, in some cases, depending on the owner and the tax preparer, they may work a deal where, okay, you can go home and do taxes online, and you want people that's okay with willing to commute to your office. You got people that say they want to be a tax preparer by the time tax season is here, baby. They don't even want to come to the office. You don't want to deal with that if you have a brick and mortar. When you have a brick and mortar and you're managing people and you are the owner, some days you are not going to be there, especially if you have multiple locations and you have kids. This happens to all of us. If you are hiring people, especially brand new tax preparers, more than likely they don't know how to do everything when it comes to completing a tax return. So you want to have your go-to person inside the office. We could call them a manager, and that manager will be your backbone when you're not in the office. But if you have a brick and mortar location and you have a team, more than likely you always have to be there, especially if you have a lot of people that's working with you. Now, if you are on the virtual side of things, you can still have it set up where you have a team and everybody is working from their home. That way, you don't have to worry about people. You happen to be in one space. So number 5, my favorite, marketing and branding. I did write a lot more for this topic here because I'm gonna give y'all a little. So for the people who do have an office, big ups to you because you're gonna get a lot out of this video. Make sure you watch the whole thing. So when you have a brick and mortar location, let's not even talk about the money it costs to keep up with it. Having a location is one thing, but baby, if you don't have no traffic coming in that office, it's pointless. So you also have to think about the money to put up just to have a successful brick and mortar location. I mean, there's a reason you see a lot of tax offices on every corner in your local town, but they invested a lot more money to bring in that traffic. Let's talk about it. So you want to have local advertisement going on. And when I say local advertisement, you want to do billboards, you want to do radio. The radio could be an advertisement of someone just talking. The radio advertising can be where you go in and you have the host interview you about your business to get people to come in into the business. One more thing that I have for the sake of the video is much more, but for the sake of the video is newspapers. Y'all, this is another thing. Because the economy has just did that shift on everyone, you want to think outside the box when it comes to marketing your business. Do not feel like you only have to market on social media. I purposely put newspaper to put on this video because a lot of people are forgetting about the old school marketing. You need to tap in to what people are not tapping into and you dominate whatever that is. So if nobody in your area is marketing on newspaper, baby, I think you should start marketing on newspaper. This is just my personal opinion. Where everybody is going, you don't want to go there. That's not where you make your money. You go where nobody is going or where a few people is going and you dominate that, and then that's where you eat. Mark my word. Another thing is community events. So you have a location, you want to get traffic in. The whole purpose of marketing and branding is to get people in there. You want to give out some things. So let's just say you have a turkey drive. You have what do they call that? What is it called? I forgot what it's called, but pretty much you know what I'm talking about. It's not Turkey Drive because Turkey Drive is in November, but in December you do like a giveaway, backpack giveaway for back to school in August and September. Then you do something for Christmas. You want to do something towards the ending of the year that's getting closer to tax season. January 1st, you give out free fireworks. I don't know, get creative, think about it, but it works. You want to bring people in. When people are coming in, you need to make sure you have a lead magnet on how you're able to reach back out to all these people. Y'all know, I miss coming on here and just talking, right? So we're going to do a demo. So say for instance, somebody came to one of your community events. You know, when I say a community event, I'm speaking out of back to school, you gave out backpacks. Thanksgiving, you gave out turkeys. Christmas, you gave out gifts or bicycles. And what is it? New Year's, that's the holiday. On New Year's, you gave them fireworks and you opt into all their leads. You gonna get your phone out, call the person. Hi, good afternoon. Can I speak to Miss Shayla? Oh, is this Miss Shayla? Oh, okay, how you doing? This is Keisha. I don't know if you remember me, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you, I did want to let you know if you were able to enjoy that turkey. That's what you're gonna say. I'm calling to see here if you were able to enjoy the turkey on Thanksgiving. This is Tax on Track. We gave you a free turkey. I don't know if you got one or two, but we were giving out more than one. Did you get one or did you get two? What am I doing? I'm building a conversation. I'm not saying, I'm telling you, hey, I'm the one who gave you free turkey. I'm the one who gave you that free book bag. I'm the one who gave you them fireworks for New Year's. That's what you want to do. That's how you gonna get her to stay on that phone. Yes, I did enjoy it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the justice that y'all did. Y'all helped so many people in this community. Yes. Oh, okay. I just wanted to let you know that we will officially start January 3rd, 2025. And I would like to set up an appointment with you and we could get you ready to get your refund. Oh, for real? Notice, I didn't ask her no questions. I invited her to come in. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Would you be able to come in tomorrow at 5 o'clock? I work. Would you be able to come there? I work. If you ask a question, these type of people, if you ask them a question, they're going to always say no. You invite them. You let them know you got more shit to give them. That's how you do it. Stop playing now. Stop playing. right, y'all, so that's basically my spiel on how I would do it if I got leads because I was doing different community events. That's one for you. Another one is signage. You want to put your signage out on the top of your building. You want to put the signage all over the door. You want to get a car and wrap up your car with your business. That's all marketing. You need to do it. Another thing you could do, hire an agency. So even though you have a brick and mortar location and you're doing all the local type of events and advertisement, you need to also use social media as well. So because I know you have everything going on with the build, with, you know, getting people to come in with that traffic, you also want to tap into social media as well. So when you tap into social media, you can either do it yourself, which I don't recommend because I don't believe in burning yourself out. I believe in working through alignment. Now, you hire an agency. If you don't know what to do, you can hire an agency. That's really expensive. So if you have the budget to do it, by all means, go do it. If you don't have the budget to do it, you just gonna have to go with the flow of how to post. That's it. If you are somebody that thinking about having this done for your business and you want to just take your business to the next level and you have a brick and mortar, you want to go ahead and tap into my coaching program. We have two packages, the pro package or the premium package. The pro package is a 60-40 split. You get 60% as a tax preparer and the company, we get 40%. Or the premium package, you get 80% as the tax preparer and we get 20% as the company. When I say 60 and 80%, that's for tax preparation fees. If you get software where you have your own efin, you get 100% of your tax preparation fees. Y'all better go ahead and tap in. Stop playing. The link is in the bio. Another thing that you can do that I have down here is you could host events and you could host workshops. This opportunity goes endless, but it's too much for me to do on this video. So if you want to know more, I advise that you tap on into my coaching program, startyourtaxcompany.com. I will guide you step by step. So yeah, you want to know how to do all these things of marketing your business because that it cannot get more crucial than what it is. It's really important that you get that situated, you get that part done. Like you understand that. The reason why I say join the program if you don't have an efin, because you don't want to do these mistakes that's going to cost you more money. All right, for marketing and branding for a virtual business, you will have to learn how to do social media yourself. If you're somebody that don't know how to do social media, this is something that will be in the program for this next season that's coming in. So if you need more help with that, join us, startyourtaxcompany.com. Building your presence online. You can build your presence online through reviews. You can put the reviews on your website. You can put the reviews on your social media. You could create videos for yourself. You can make people create videos on giving you a review. And these are the things that you want to promote so that people can know that you're trustworthy. And that is it for marketing and branding. The next one is number 6, client experience. This is literally what I wrote down. I want you to ask yourself, how would you want to feel when you walk in the office? I want you to write it in the comment. What would you want to feel when you walk in a tax office? Again, what would you want to feel? I don't want to say mine. I want to know what you guys would, and that's what I want you to create for your brick and mortar location. But these are the things that you want to think about. You want to think about the atmosphere of it. You want to think about how it looks, the appearance of it. If you have a certain brand, this is going back to marketing and branding, and people can remember. And what I mean by that, think about this. When we walk in a Starbucks, every Starbucks smells the same. Every Starbucks smells the same. But I would say, make it very comfy. Make it like a vibe for you. Make it a vibe. Put you a TV. If your target audience have kids, you need to have a little section that attract kids. I'm giving y'all $1 million games. Come on now, stop playing with me. Stop playing, okay? That client experience is real personal depending on who you are. That's for brick and mortar. For virtual, you want to have a CRM that create workflows and automations that will streamline the process for your customers' experience. Everybody SOP is going to be different, but that's something that you want to think about, you want to write out and be good. The last and final one is compliance. So when you are virtual, you have nothing when it comes to compliance because more than likely you're at home. But if you have a brick and mortar location, depending on your building, depending on your state, depending on your county, you may have to deal with building, zoning. But these are things that you have to think about when you do have a brick and mortar location. So that is everything. That is all the steps that I want you to think about when it comes to you having a brick and mortar location or a virtual location. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for, honey? I need you to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you can know each and every time that I have a video that I just dropped. Bye, y'all.